What's up, gardeners? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video we're going to be talking all about my ice cream bean tree today, so let's go ahead and jump straight into this video. So if you've been with me for the past 3 to 4 years, you've known that I went ahead and I planted an ice cream bean tree here in my own backyard. Now that tree only stood 2 to 3 feet tall when I planted it, and now it is a huge tree that just covers the garden completely. Not to mention the growth has been spectacular, and I've just had an easy going with this tree, especially since I haven't dealt with no pest nor disease with this tree, and it's just been an easy ride with the ice cream bean tree. And although yes, I did fertilize and water it a lot in the first few stages of its growth, I was able to let go of all of that not that long ago. I'd probably say 2 years ago I stopped fertilizing the tree as well as giving it supplemental water, and it has just been taking off from there. And although yes, here and there when I feed the entire garden, it's one of the trees that get fed. However, it's not on a consistent feeding schedule nor watering scheduling anymore, because it's an established tree and it's actually doing something more than just looking pretty. So I present to you the 2 to 3 foot tall ice cream bean tree that I planted. It is no longer 2 to 3 feet tall. If not, I would probably say it's past 10 feet now. And it's just been an amazing tree so far, and it's actually starting to push new growth out, which is really, really nice. And the tree is actually starting to push out a whole bunch of flowers. And like I said in the beginning of the video, my tree is doing other things than just looking pretty. It's actually starting to set fruit for me to enjoy. So up close, this is what the fruit looks like, and I am just blown away with how quick this tree from one time to another just started pushing out fruit. And it's not only one fruit, it's just a couple hands of fruit that it started to push out. Now with the ice cream bean tree, a few things that I did have to keep in count when I started growing this tree was that it needed to be planted in an area that received 5 to 6 plus hours of direct sunlight in order for it to be happy. Fruit trees in general all are full sun loving trees. In order for them to produce amazing fruit like this, they need to get enough sunlight to do so. Not to mention, I also had to have a set watering schedule for the tree, as I didn't want it to go dry out, as that could affect the growth and delay the fruit production of the tree. But I didn't want it sitting in water, because then that could introduce root issues or fungal issues, and the tree could be more vulnerable to disease and pest out there. Just like any other fruit trees, they require extra feed when they're starting to establish in your garden. In this case, I had to feed my tree at least 2 times per month until it started establishing and pushing new growth out, because new growth and new branching is a sign of establishment of the tree, showing you that it's been developing new roots and it's starting to establish in your garden. But it did require me to set back the feeding schedule at least once per month, so I make sure that the tree is receiving that supplemental nutrients it needs to grow properly. Not to mention, I've also had to prune this tree constantly, because it is a very big tree, and like I don't have a lot of space to work with, I did have to prune it at least 2 to 3 times per year. But it was all worth it for this. And just like many fruit trees out there, the ice cream bean actually has 3 flushes of fruit. So this one actually developed in the very first flush of flowers that I completely missed. And since it's now getting ready to push out some more flowers, this is the second wave of production it's pushing. And then there will be a final push, which is just only like a few little stragglers that will make it as a final wave. But I am super proud of this tree, and I am so happy how healthy it has been and how easy this tree has been to grow as well. Now, I actually got my tree from Connor over at Incredible Edible Landscapes. He's the one who actually was the supplier of this amazing tree. And when I planted it, not a lot of people had it, so it was very uncommon to see the tree. Let alone once I heard the title ice cream bean tree and that the description was that the fruit tasted like vanilla ice cream with a hint of cinnamon, I was sold. I literally threw money at Connor, and I was like, let me go ahead and just get that tree. Although it's been 4 years waiting for this tree to produce, it's definitely going to be worth it when I get to harvest and enjoy this delicious fruit. Now, the structure of this tree is very big. However, the tree does need this amount of growth and amount of branching to support the amount of fruit it will go ahead and provide. Because the ice cream bean tree is one of those trees that will continue producing and producing until it no longer can. and I've been just excited and happy about the growth of this tree overall. And when those fruits developed, it completely passed by me. I didn't even realize. I did notice that the tree did flower a couple times. I only saw a few bunches of flowers, and then that's it. And then I was just like, okay, whatever about it, because I saw the flowers did fall off. However, when I came out here one day to film the video of the onion video, or how to plant onion bulbs, make sure you watch that one. I came out here and I was admiring how beautiful the tree looks and how the flowers are looking, and that's when I saw that bunches of fruit, and I literally jolted in excitement, because out of all the trees here, I love every single tree I have. However, the ice cream bean tree is the one I love the most. This one was the tree I've been the most excited for, because when I first developed this garden, or the food forest, this was definitely one of the first trees I planted, and it was one that I waited out 4 years to get the fruit from, and now I'm able to see the fruits of my labor, and I can't wait to harvest them. Now, if you have any questions on how to grow the ice cream bean tree, make sure you leave a comment down below this video, and I will gladly answer them for you all. And once again, so the ice cream bean tree is usually found in subtropical to tropical climates, as they love humidity, they love rainfall. They cannot sustain dry climates, unfortunately. So make sure you go ahead and research to see if you could grow it. And if you're a beginner wanting to get yourself into permaculture or food forestry, definitely grow that tree. Now, make sure you follow me on TikTok and Instagram with the handle @theultimategardener, as I will be posting a little small video when I harvest and eat the delicious fruit. So thank you all so much for watching this video. May God bless you and your entire family, and never forget to grow big, ultimate gardeners. Bye, everyone.